All right, Bill.
And then the tight end seems to be gotten more involved lately. Can you just kind of describe your development this year?
Yeah, that's a position that we needed to have some guys step up and grow up. Luke Farrell is really going to be a fine player here. He's still very young. Rashad Berry's dealt with some injuries. And then Jeremy and Jake Hausman are still getting in there a little bit. But I think Luke and Luke's done a very good job.
Third row left, Dan.
Urban Keandre Jones made a big play on Saturday, but hasn't seemed to field much on defense this year. Has he made a push at all to get on the field, get in that linebacker rotation?
I think he has. I think that'd be a good question to ask our defense coaches. You know, I think I love Keandre. He's on all our special teams, and I don't know exactly how many snaps he's getting on defense, but that was obviously a big play, and that's how you start earning your right to get more playing time.
What, in your view, are things he does have to do to maybe get some more playing time on defense?
Oh, just perform in practice. I mean, the same thing with any position. I once again would hand that off to position coach and the D coordinator. I know that I'm very involved in kicking game, and he's done very well for us there.
Far left, Lori.
Coach, we talk all the time about the impact of an in-state kid playing their in-state school. So, for instance, when a kid that goes to Indiana has Ohio ties, the impact it has on them. What's the impact when there's an emotional tie for a coach to a school that they're facing?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Like when Indiana players come in here and they have an Ohio tie, there's a little extra adrenaline. They always seem to have a little extra in their step. So, for instance, with D'Antonio coming back, he's got those Ohio State ties. What impact does that have on a coach when they have an emotional tie to a school?
I don't know. You'd have to ask him. I have no idea. I'm sure there's some, but they're worried about their team, and most coaches worry about one thing, and that's that their players and their team.
Front row right, Austin.
Urban, you've been asked a lot about Michael Jordan. I just wanted to see if this assessment is fair. Last week it seemed like the snaps were a little slow or low, and so much of your offense is based on timing with the jet sweeps and all that. Is there concern still about the snapping? I know injuries have been part of it. How do you evaluate that part of his game?
Yeah, it was a little inconsistent last week. That's something we worked on. He's been pretty consistent throughout the year. Early on, I think he struggled a little bit, but his first time playing there, but we're weak, whatever it is. But overall, the last 5-6 games, he's done well. There was a little sporadic last week. Just work on it and get better.
And with Brady Taylor or Raymond Bowen, they've been working back in practice. Could they help you guys this week or down the stretch at all?
Right now, they're backups that can help us. I mean, we were at dire straits there for a minute. We have no one. I mean, not no one, but we were down to us and the bare bones. Yeah, they can help, but they won't. They're not starting yet, but they can help us with depth.
Right next door, Tim.
Yeah, Urban, following on Michael Jordan, it looks like Michigan State through the years has like to put a lot of pressure in the A gap if they can. I mean, just to affect things. How is he equipped now to handle that kind of stuff? And they do play some games occasionally up front.
Yeah, their number one pressure is the internal pressure that they've done for years, and that's right where it's going between the guards and center. And we're big, strong, physical guys in there with Knox and Malcolm and Michael Jordan, and we're working hard at it. They've gotten better. Michael Jordan's gotten better and better throughout the year for the first time started there, and you're very right. That's a big part of this defense we're getting ready to face, and how they perform depend on how we perform.
Is that more of a mental game for Michael? Dealing with that kind of stuff, or actually physically?
It's physical. It's we've given them all those looks. It's not so much look. They just got very good players.
Far left, Doug.
Urban, you talked on Monday. It seems like you've been very eager to get a healthy secondary back. Where are you guys on that? Do you feel like you will be healthy?
Yeah, pretty close to all. We were down 3 starters last week, 2, and then Jordan got ejected from the game. And then this year you got 3 corners. This week we have 3 corners ready to go, and good depth and safety.
And just in terms of mood, vibe, confidence, how your team looks in practice, how they look on the sideline. It's a long season. Where are they? I know you always monitor that. Do you feel good about where they are?
I do. The question you just asked make them feel better because they're healthy. Same with the offensive line, and their Munford's feeling pretty good. We're for this time of year and the schedule we play, we're pretty healthy.
And final question, second row left, Ari.
Robert, I asked you yesterday on the call about Tate Martell. I don't want to belabor the point, this is a backup quarterback, but he said he was frustrated, but in a positive way. And I thought that was kind of an interesting way to put it. Does that just mean he's driven to try to get on the field, but is expressing that?
Yeah, I've always, players that are frustrated that want to play, that's a good thing. It's the players aren't real anxious to get in there and contribute to a team. And so, you remember a week ago, we were asking the frustration of the tailbacks, and they were frustrated. And it's not like they're, throwing helmets across the room or something. They just want the ball. That's what they came here for. Tate Martell wants to play, so he's frustrated, but in a positive way. He wants to do anything to help his team win.
Okay, and one quick follow-up, unrelated. We talked about Brendan White all week, been asked a lot about him. What's the pecking order at safety this week? Is it?
It's not been finalized. I'll know more tomorrow. We'll have a staff meeting tomorrow, and I'll get the rundown.